So we're gonna focus on dividing decimals. We did multiplying last week.
I wish you did that this week.
Why? Dividing decimals. Alright, so we have to look at the rules for dividing decimals. First of all, we need to know how to divide. Okay?
I know.
Right, let's do this. 42 divided by what?
2.
4. What's the first thing you do when you're dividing a number?
4 goes into what?
Okay. So you're dividing this number by what number?
4.
So you don't divide this number by anything. You divide this number by
4.
So what do you say to yourself?
4 times 4. No, 4 goes
No,
into
what?
4.
How many times is 4 going to 4?
1.
How many times? Wait,
4 times 4.
you bring your 2 down, right?
Yes.
You do what?
4 times 2.
What do you do from there?
4 times 4 goes to
2 what?
2.
You gotta bring the what down?
0. 4 goes to
4 goes to 20 how many times?
5.
What did I have here? What did I have to do? Well, no. Trying to rush it out.
Could we do the business night, then go into what you call it?
Oh, definitely.
The business night, get my business.
Okay. Now, then you could divide division to it.
Can I do it on the board?
I'm gonna give y'all the large one. Give y'all the right here.
So she's doing the dividing decimal tonight?
We'll try to get through it, but I mean, don't worry, we'll go through it again more. Not just this shit though. Good introduce to it now, but then, Thursday, Friday. Then we'll do it tomorrow. But we're gonna do this column first. So we're gonna do 7. 7 divided by 3,313.
Can I do that one?
We're gonna do it together. So what's the first thing you say? How many times 7 goes to
33. Oh.
how many people are there? Yeah, say it.
I know where we were.
What's the first thing we ask up there?
Well, how
And I know you know it. And how many times is 7 goes to 33?
What page are we on? 4 times.
You see where that come from? 4 times? Okay. You have to go into your head. You have to go in and start thinking and saying, well, 7 times 3 is what?
21.
21. 7 times 4 is what?
28.
7 times 5 is?
35.
Well, it can't be 35 because it's what? 35 is over what?
33.
So what is it going to be?
28. 28.
So what's the number of here then? How many times is 7 go to 33?
4. You want to stop answering?
Subtract how much from 33?
28.
break up to what?
Subtraction.
Hey, knock it out. 8 minus?
8 minus 3 is 5.
Okay, boy, you're doing 13. So let's go ahead and add 0 so y'all get confused. We gotta add 0. But the way you have to multiply, you add the zeros, you gotta add the zeros to this too. And we go to another side, multiplying to the right. Sorry, that's to the right. So 3 minus 0 is?
0. 3.
1 minus 0 is?
1. 5.
Then you have to do what to this one?
Carry.
Where my bar is from?
3.
What?
13. 12. It's 12.
8 minus 13 is?
5.
5. So I have right here. I have 513 right here. Now I'm not done because what will I have to divide 7 by now?
What did you say I did? Oh, never mind. 3. Wait. 13.
Again?
13.
Okay. 13? Sure. Are you sure?
Don't say it.
What you, I don't like how they're doing it, but what you're really supposed to do is go to this number right here. The way they have it fixed is extremely confusing because they just ridiculous multiplying between, I mean, it's ridiculous. But, what you do is you're going to go here to the 7, and you ask yourself how many times does 7 go into 513?
73 times.
513?
Mm-hmm. 513 divided by 7 is 73.
How many times is 7 going to 513?
What?
513. Come on, I'm waiting, y'all. You gotta get them samples busy.
What are we trying to figure out?
You're trying to figure out how many times does 7 go into 513. The best way you can do that is that you already know that 7 goes into 51 how many times?
7.
7 times. Okay, so you know that's 49. But if I want to turn this into 490, what do I need to do? Add what? Some zeros. Because now 7 times 7 is what?
70
times 7 is 490. Good, 490. So I have to check 490 from this.
490.
3 minus 0 is?
3.
I need to do what?
Borrow.
9 minus 11?
9 minus
2.
Then.
So I have a remainder of? Do I?
I can't see a board.
Do I really have a remainder of 23?
No. 7 can go into 23.
7 goes into 497 times. I add my 7 there.
And 7 goes into 23. 3 times. 3 times.
Good, very good. Then you go into what?
21.
The remainder of?
2. Wait, I got this. Wait, 473.
Well, 473.
I got 72.
Remainder of 2.
I got 73 remainder of 2.
I'm trying to go a better way to tell you how to do this because that right there, the way they're doing it, which is sometimes they do a lot of things that are more confusing than what it should be. So I try to like simplify it. And right now, the way they did that was extremely. It's just too much going on. That's how I would normally do it. I would normally go one digit at a time.
One digit. Like,
You see what I mean? I wouldn't bring the 3 down and everything. I wouldn't do that. And I don't know why they did it and they know it's the 6th grade book.
I would,
So, I wouldn't do that. So I would do this. I would say how many times 7 1 51. Y'all listen to me? How many times 7 1 51?
7 times.
7 times. I would do that, and then I would go 7 times 7 is
49.
49. And then I would go here. I need to do what? 4, right?
The easiest for me
11, right?
Mhm.
9 minus 11 is 2. 2, and I do what with this? 7 1 23. How many times?
3 times.
3. That's, I don't know why they made it so hard.
But I do it like,
To me, that's just more simple to me. You do that,
when I do it, if 7 can't go on to 3,
right,
I skip another number.
Right.
7 goes in 31.
right,
4 times.
33, right.
Is that
4
how
times.
you do it, or do you?
That's right. The first time I look at how many times 7 1 3, no, none.
So I skip a
So
number.
you skip that number, and you go to how many times 7 1 to 33? 4, right? Then you go to 4, are you listening? Then you multiply 4 times 7 is 28, 28. I subtract 28 from 33, which leaves me how many? 5, right?
You mean 31?
33. 33. Which is what? How many times? I subtract 28 from 33. 5. I go to 5, I bring down the next number, which is a
1.
then 1. I bring down the 1. How many times 7 1 is 1?
4 times. I mean,
7
1
is 7. So I bring the 7 up here. 7 times 7 is
49.
49. Take that. 49 minus 1 is 1.
2.
2. I had one more digit to bring down, which is
3.
bring down. 7 was 21. Sorry, 7 was 23. How many times?
3.
3. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 minus 23 is 2 in the rare 2. I don't know why I'm really get y'all. This is how you do it. And I like really doing it. Alright, let's do another one. Let's do 7 divided by 323.
7 goes into 32.
That's right.
7 goes into 32.
What's the first one you at?
7 goes into 32. What? 7.
Well, I mean, you don't ask that. You say, how many times is 7 going to what?
33.
Take the first number. None.
No.
How many times 7 going to 32?
4.
4. 4 times 7 is
28.
28 minus 32 is
3. 3. 3. 3. That's a 3.
32 minus 28.
Oh, 32.
4.
4. It's 4. 4.
Right, if you want to do like this, you can go here, and then 8 minus 12 is 12.
4.
What do I do now?
Bring out 3. Let's say 3.
I bring in my 3. 7 goes to 43 how many times?
5.
How many?
5.
5 times 7 is?
35.
43 minus 35 is? Or 5 minus 13 is?
8. 8. 7. 8. 8. 8.
How many times is 7 going to 8?
1 time.
So now go here. 1 times 7 is?
7. That's 1.
Our remainder is?
1. This is easy to move.
Sure it is, but not to everybody.
Is it easy to use?
No. It's not easy to everybody. 5, don't be exposed with easy them. Make sure it's easy. You and quiet and pay attention. 5 divided by 4. 2,035. 523. What's the first thing I ask myself? I ask myself what? Make sure when you're answering, make sure you're not just blurting them out. Because people are learning it here. So make sure that you're saying, make sure you're paying attention. Because I know you may think it's easy to you, but it's not easy to everybody. How many times? No. Slow down. 5 goes to 0, 2, no time. So you skip 2, and what do our number go to now?
25.
5 goes to 25, how many times? 5 times 5 is 25.
0.
I do what?
Okay, so I'm saying going to 2. So you bring down the 3.
Yeah.
What?
That's why I said take your time to listen. Did you get that? So 5 is not going to 2 anytime. So it's a 0 right there. Okay? 0 times 5 is
0.
2. And now do what?
3.
5 goes to 23. How many times?
4.
4 times 5 is?
20.
Our remainder is what?
3.
5 over 4, the remainder of 3. Because if you have this, then guess what? That's going to be no problem. You have this and how to divide, it's going to be so easy once you get to this.
I'm going to put that in. It's probably 11 times. I'm going to put that in the phone. I'm ready for my phone.
Okay, next, let's keep moving. Let's do another one. No, let's do this. 9 divided by 7,863. Okay, so 9 goes to 7 how many times?
0. Oh, 0.
Make it easy. How many times? How many times is 9 going to 7? Where do I go next? 8. How many times is 9 going to 78? Maybe 8. Where up my 8 at? Above the what? 8 times 9 is what?
72.
8 minus 2 is?
6.
And what do I do?
Bring down the 6.
And what?
Bring down the yoke.
9 goes to 66 how many times?
6. 7. 63. I knew that.
7 times 9 is?
63. I know that.
6 times 6 minus 3 is?
33.
What do I do next?
Bring down another 3. 3.
9 goes to another 3 how many times?
3.
3 times 9 is?
27.
Are you understanding? Make sure I'm stopping now. 7 minus 13 is?
5.
Can you divide anymore?
Yes. Wait, no.
That one 5 is. So what's my remainder here?
5.
873 is the remainder of 5. We're going to move decimals really fast. I'm going to get English real quick. Like, stay on track this week. Okay, so do me a favor, turn to page 111.
I'm already on.
So the first thing we're going to do is divide decimals by whole numbers, which is pretty easy. So all you have to do is look at page 110. It says 4 divided by 103.6. Y'all see my handwriting?
Yeah.
103.6. It's a place. The first thing you do, in multiplication, you don't worry about the decimal place. Am I right? The first thing you do in division is do what? You have to place a decimal point above the decimal point here. my decimal point will go right here. First thing I do. We went from multiplication, which really didn't care about the decimal point, into the end. When we go to division, which you care about the decimal point at the very beginning. I always think of multiplication, division as a flip flop. It's opposite of each other. Because you can always take your answer from multiplication, from division, and multiply it, and then you take your answer, and to check it. So, here, now all of a sudden, I wasn't worried about decimal and multiplication when I first started out. Now in division, I am worried about the decimal place. Okay? Okay. Alright, from here, after you place your decimal point above the decimal point in the dividend is always going to come here. Just divide like you normally divide. Okay? So 4 goes into 10 how many times?
2.
4 times 2 is slow down. Slow down. I don't want my rush to do this. When y'all go to this test on Friday, I don't want anybody saying anything. So slow down. 4 times 2 is 8. 8, 9, 10.
2.
What do I do?
23.
4 goes into 23. How many times?
225.
No.
4.
4 goes into 23. How many times?
No, not 5. Who said 4?
5 times 4 is
23.
20 minus 23. I'm sorry, 23 minus 20 is what?
3.
What do I do?
39 goes.
I don't know if it would. 4 goes into 36. How many times? That's what you have right here. While you're talking, that's what you need to talk. Go ahead.
25.
Huh?
25.9.
Is that something?
Yeah.
I'll do one more than go to the
English.
I'm do one more than go to dividing decimal by decimal.
What?
You're going to divide decimal by, hold on now. You're going to go to dividing decimal by decimal. Okay. One more tomorrow. Let's do 23 divided by 181.47. What's the first thing I do?
That is 23.
No. That's why I said slow down. So that's definitely not what you do first. I didn't ask for multiplication. What's the first thing I do? We're going to get decimal.
Put the decimal point on top of the other decimal point.
Thank you, Jen. That's why I say slow down. So I'm going to rush through and have this on this. 23 divided, 23 goes to 181 how many times? Yeah, 23. Start with a number. Times 4 is what?
92.
And keep going on. 23 times 7 is what?
151. What's that? 151.
I'll try again. 23 times 8 is? So this can't be the answer. Why? It's too big. So what has to be my answer?
161.
So how many times 23 going to 181?
7.
And what do I do? 23 times 7 is?
161.
161. I'm sorry, 181 minus 161 is?
181.
181 minus 161 is?
20. 21. 20.
What do I do now?
Bring down the O.
How many times is 23 going to 204?
9 times. No, 8 times. 8
Let's
times.
try it. You see 8 right here. Let's see how many times 23 times 9 is. So what number does it have to be?
8.
8. 8 times 23 is?
184.
You subtract. What's the next thing I do?
Bring down the higher one.
And it's what? Do a what?
207.
23 going to 207 how many times?
Oh, 9. 9. Oh, I see it. Good thing right there.
9 times 23 is?
270.
What's my answer?
Zero. 7.89.
Yeah, I was
doing the answer.
what's my answer?
7.89. I got you talking about two. No, I think the problem at the bottom. Yeah.
Are you following along right now?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Are you just telling me if I can keep going so we can go ahead and get done?
No.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm checking to you a good one. You are the boy.
I'm not really.
You are the boy.
I'm a kid.
I'm a boy. You are.
Kid now. I'm older than you.
All right, dividing decimals by decimals. Now what are we going to do here? What are we going to do?
Oh, we're not doing that by zeros now. I don't know what.
Okay, we have this problem on page 118. 1.5, right? Divided by 28.5. Let me tell y'all something. Are y'all listening?
Yeah.
I need everybody to listen right now.
Listening.
Division is division. Multiplication is multiplication. Addition is addition. Subtraction is subtraction. No matter what. It's going to always be that. Always. The only thing that changes is the rules according to what you have. When you have decimals with whole numbers, what's the first thing you do?
Put a decimal on top of a number.
And then you do what?
Divide.
Just divide normal. When you have multiplication, you have a decimal times a decimal. What do you do? What do you do? What's the first thing you do? You want multiplying. Line the number. At the end, what do?
Put the decimal down.
And how do you find where the decimal goes?
Count A behind the decimal.
In addition, what do you do with decimals and decimals?
That.
Add, but what do you do? Make sure what lined up?
The decimals and the numbers.
Subtraction? Same thing. What I'm trying to tell you is that when we go to fractions, we go to improper numbers. The main thing that changes is the rules and how you get that problem set up. All you know, right now you see 1.5 divided by 28.5. What do you think you have to do?
Put the decimal on top.
The first thing I look at, if I had 15 divided by 28.5, all I have to do is do what? That's all I do, but I don't have that. I have a decimal now, right here. So I can't use my decimal because I have to change this into a whole number. When you turn the number into a whole number, where is it understood that the decimal place is on a whole number? Please, y'all.
What did you say?
Where is it understood that the decimal goes in a whole number? Behind the what? Last digit. If I have 1,244, where does my decimal go?
Behind that 4.
If I have 735, where does my decimal go?
Behind 5.
If I have 8,756, where does my decimal go?
Behind 6.
That never changes. Anytime you have a whole number, your decimal place is understood to be behind that last digit. So how am I going to make 1.5 into a whole number?
Put the decimal behind the 5.
How many times? You need to count how many times you have to move that decimal.
2.
How many times you have to move that decimal in 1.5? 1. No, we need to know 0 up there. See, 1.5, you move that decimal how many times to the right?
1.
I move my this place 1 time to the right. Now, the only thing about this is if I move my place 1 time to the right in my divisor, then in the dividend, how many places do I move the decimal to?
1.
Same thing. 1. So now I have what?
Whole number.
So I need to go and write it down, right? So I have 15. Now we'll definitely make sure that when you're working with decimals, make sure you include your decimal point behind those whole numbers. So it's 15. My decimal place there. Just because it's there, make sure it's different. What's the first thing I do?
Put the decimal line it up.
Yes. 15 goes to 28. How many times? 1. You work it out then.
Twice.
Twice. You have what? Maybe twice?
No.
So how many times is it?
I told you.
15 times 1 is?
15.
And then I do what?
Subtract.
Three.
25 then.
15 goes to 35 how many times?
135.
15 goes to 135 how many times? You gotta work it out, right?
8 times.
Let's try it. 15 times 8 is what? What's that?
12.
120.
Yeah.
I think it's go a little bit higher. 15 times 9 is what?
180.
It is?
135.
So what I put up here?
9.
9 times 15 is?
135.
If I have a remainder of what?
0.
When I'm from my decimal number goes where? What's going to have my decimal?
0.
So what's my answer?
19.0.
19.0.
Can we throw it on the board?
It could be now for that one you write 19.0 is 19, the whole number. Okay, I'm doing it again, nothing, okay? We're gonna do it together. We're running out of time.
This one is then.
Okay. Let's do another one. Sure. Who's on first?
Me. The math is funny. I want to go. You go back and be quiet. I'll go second.
You know what? I need to go ahead and finish this. Give me a second. Because I feel like I want to go ahead and teach y'all the adverbs and adjectives to a thing. Have to be 1 second. Let's go ahead. Let's come back.
I know what adjectives are.
Okay. Let's do this one. 5.382 divided by 9. How many times? What's the first thing I do?
Decimal
Where?
over the other then.
9 goes in 5 how many times?
0 times.
9 goes in 3 how many times?
5 times. No. 5 times. Oh yeah.
5 times 9 is?
45.
Minus what? 45. 13 minus 5 is?
8.
What do I do?
Run down to 8.
Nothing. 90. I'm sorry. 9 goes to 88 goes. 9 goes to 88 how many times?
8.
9 goes into 88 how many times?
8.
9 goes into 88 how many times?
9.
9 times 9 is?
81.
88 minus 81 is?
7. Oh yeah. 7.
What do I do now?
Bring it down that. Ooh.
9 goes into 72 how many times? 8 times 9 is?
72.
What's my answer?
0.598 remaining.
Alright.
Will I look?
Give me your work that you did when I was across the hall making your copy.
I need help on that. I ain't getting none.
Give me what you wrote. Period.
I didn't get none. I ain't writing none but questions down. Here you go. This what's wrong.
Yep.